At long, apologies, mid-on. And at mid-off is Mariko Hill. We've got one slip in place. Ikra Sahar with the new ball. The openers at the crease. Bindu Rawal on strike. At the non-striker's end, Sita Rana Mugger. An absolutely massive encounter. Whoever wins this game will avoid playing the UAE in the semi-finals. And that's massive, because the two teams who win their semi-final encounters will qualify for the Asia Cup. You do not want to be going through red-hot UAE. An absolutely massive encounter. I know lots of people are tuning in from Hong Kong, from South Asia, from East Asia, from around the world. This is a massive encounter. Ikra Sahar, she's got the new ball. And the umpire signals play. Here we go. First ball. From around the wicket. Onto the legs. A very optimistic appeal. Perhaps just looking for the leg by, but choosing not to take that risk. So a dot ball to kick off this massive encounter. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dancing Hani. I'm joined, of course, by my co-pilot, Mr. Saifullah Malik. Saif, how's it going?
It's going great. Some good lunch and very excited to see the outcome of this game.
Yeah, no doubt. Here we go. Ikra Sahar. That's on the leg side. This could be the first boundary. Deep square leg. It's a vacant position. First boundary for Bindu Rawal. First runs for Nepal. 4 for no loss with 2 deliveries into this contest.
Yeah, that's a poor delivery. Short, no protection over there. I think that's what the captain was telling Ikra Sahar. Got to pitch it off stump, a bit fuller as well.
Absolutely. Ikra Sahar erring in line. That has been quite uncharacteristic for her throughout this tournament. One of the finds for the tournament for Hong Kong, Ikra Sahar along with Mariam Bibi. They've been so impressive. There we go, just tucking up the left-hander. A much better delivery there.
That's a good delivery, much better. Good tighter lines. Exactly what the skipper would want from Ikra Sahar.
Absolutely, and Ikra Sahar being able to deliver with the new ball, it adds a new dimension to this Hong Kong bowling attack. Here we go. Fuller this time, played into the leg side, no single on offer. The fielder there at mid-wicket in with the flash. That looks like it might be Yaz Daswani. A change for Hong Kong is Lemon Chung coming into the attack, and Lemon Chung, of course, she's assumed her position behind the stumps. So there we go. Ikra Sahar, 2 dot balls in a row. Make that 3 dot balls in a row. A very good comeback here from the right arm seamer. Just tightening up her lines after conceding that boundary off the second delivery. Saifullah Malik, I'm going to put you on the spot, mate. Who are you backing in today's contest?
Gotta go with Hong Kong. I think I'm very impressed with their unit. They seem very athletic in the field and they have depth in their batting as well.
Oh, straying onto the legs yet again. But this time there's cover out there. A deep square leg, just a single to round off the first over. It's 5 for none after 1.
Yep, close out. A good start for Nepal. Getting, I believe, 6 runs on the ball, was it? Yeah. 6 runs on the ball. Good tidy start. I think Kerry Chan, is it? That's
Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head there, Saifullah Malik. As she so often does, skipper Kerry Chan bowling with the new ball in the power play. And like we were talking about earlier, the improvement of Ikra Sahar has added, given Kerry Chan more options. Quite often you'd see Kerry Chan and Betty Chan bowling in the power play. Hong Kong's 2 most reliable bowlers, but now you can spread out those overs a little bit. You can keep a few overs of Kerry and a few overs of Betty for that middle overs phase. Here we go, Kerry Chan to the left-hander. A dot ball to kick things off. Saifullah Malik with 2 left-handers at the crease. Would you have been tempted to go with off-spinner Betty Chan instead?
Yeah, I think I would have definitely gone with Betty Chan, but Kerry Chan is an experienced campaigner and she's a pretty good bowler herself.
That's pulled into the leg side. Deep mid-wicket will cut that off.
Yeah, slightly uppish, could have gone straight into the hands of short mid wicket as well.
And mate, we've talked about it before on these broadcasts. Carrie Chan, with experience at the Fairbreak Global playing for the Sapphires. Huge that for her career, conceding just over 5 runs and over across the tournament. Here we go. That's guided away. Work to do here for backward point. She's got a chase on her hands. Ikra Sahar. She does well. And a good collection there from Lemon Chung as well. I'm loving the energy from both of these teams. 2 of the pre-tournament favorites along with the UAE. And I have to say, a huge encounter this. Carrie Chan tosses it up. That's down the leg side. Oh, you don't see Carrie Chan bowling too many wides. Oh, tries to guide that away, but a play and a miss. The first sign of nerves here for Nepal. I think that's the first unconvincing shot we've seen in this innings. A reminder that this is the same wicket that we used for the first game. It's the best batting wicket we've seen at the Kinrara Oval so far. Guided away. Ikra Sahar gets that long barrier and a strong throw into Lemon Chung. Bindu Rawal kicking off her innings with that boundary off Ikra Sahar in the first over. Nepal, of course, winning the toss and choosing to bat. Oh, another play and a miss. And that closes out the over. The second over from Carrie Chan. A really good one from the skipper.
Yeah, it was there to be put away, but missed on that one. Yeah, Ikra Sahar to continue from the combox end.
Here we go. Round the wicket. Still have a slip in place. There you
ball.
go. Tucking up the left-hander yet again. It looks like Sita Rana Mugger on strike.
That's a really good delivery. Not much you can do about that one.
We got a 6-3 offside field, including a slip in place and a third man on the boundary. A bump ball there, Carrie Chan at that short cover position. We see her there so much. An absolute live wire. Nothing gets through her. I'm exaggerating, of course, using some hyperbole. I'm just getting so excited. It's a big game, Saifullah Malik.
Yeah, it is. It's very entertaining. Going to be a good
Slapped
shot.
through
Great
the
shot.
offside. Carrie Chan has been beaten, but Mariko Hill's going to do the cleaning up.
Yeah, Mariko Hill looks like a very, very good fielder.
Did you see that throw from the deep?
Amazing.
That's a strong arm, Saifullah Malik. I don't know why I keep using her last name.
Yeah.
Here we go, around the wicket. Hong Kong still looking for that first wicket. They're not going to get it bowling down the leg side. A bonus run here for Nepal. And it goes without saying, in a tight contest like this with 2 evenly matched teams, if you're the batting side, your priority is not losing too many wickets in that power play and just maintaining a healthy run rate. If Nepal can score somewhere in the region of 35 for 1 or 35 for no loss, they're going to be in the box seat here at the Kinrara Oval. Ooh, down the leg side yet again.
Yep. Poor delivery, too much a swing.
Ikra Sahar, of course, making her debut for Hong Kong at the ICC T20 World Cup Asia qualifier last year in November. Here we go. That's pushed away into the offside. No run on offer. Shanzeen Shehzad doing a good job there on the circle. But if my voice seems familiar, it's because I was the one commentating at Nepal versus Hong Kong. at the Asia qualifier I just spoke about. There we go. A slip has now been taken out of that slip cordon. So no slips in position. Over the top goes Sita Rana Mugger. Shot of the day. Splits that gap between Mariko Hill and Alyssa Hubbard. Over, long off for 4. Sita Rana Mugger, she did this throughout the Asia qualifier. Couple of innings in the recent past where she hasn't opened the batting, but I believe that Sita Rana Mugger, she's got a bat right up top. You have to have Sita Rana Mugger trying to exploit that power play. She's so good at that. Ikra Sahar, under pressure, tucked away off the legs, a quick single. There you go. Good stuff here from Nepal. This is the best start they've had. Their top order who've struggled throughout the tournament. And that's the end of the over as well.
Yeah,
17 for none.
Definitely seem to be more comfortable facing Ikra Sahar. I think she has been taken a bit to the pump.
Gosh darn it, Saif, I'm a lucky guy. Consecutive Hong Kong versus Nepal games for me. In fact, this is my 3rd consecutive Hong Kong versus Nepal game. The 2020 ACC Trophy, ACC Eastern Region Championship, right before COVID went absolutely nuts. I was there. I'm a lucky guy. Here we go. Carrie Chan. Ooh, a thickish inside edge. Shanzeen Shehzad in very quickly. Bit of a fun fact here, Shanzeen Shehzad, along with the UAE's Kavisha Kumari Igodage, probably have the longest hair in this tournament. Here we go. Carrie Chan, that's tucked off the legs. Consecutive dot balls to kick off the 4th over. Saif just looking at me like, why did we need that fun fact? I don't know, buddy. But here we go. Sita Rana Mugger tries to go over the top again. This time, there's a long off in position. Mariko Hill with that strong throw.
Induja as well as like really long hair. So she's a tough competitor.
Saifullah Malik keeping close tabs on all the games in this tournament. That's gone on with the arm. They're going to scamper through for a quick single.
That's gone.
There we go. First wicket for Hong Kong. Lemon Chung is beside herself, and it looks like it's Sita Rana Mugger walking back to the dugout. So a big first wicket here for Hong Kong.
Yeah, we've seen this so many times happen in this tournament. So many matches. A run out turns out to be a vital piece of work. Especially to get rid of Sita Rana Mugger, who just hit a beautiful boundary as well.
Yeah, it's been a good change for Hong Kong as well. Bringing Lemon Chung back into this 11, in my opinion, and probably the opinion of a lot of people. Lemon Chung, Hong Kong's best keeper. With all due respect, of course, to Yaz Daswani, Hong Kong's vice-captain. Yaz Daswani, of course, a veteran of Hong Kong cricket. Expect to see her batting in the middle order, but for now, Nepal have just lost their first wicket in the 4th over, which brings Indu Burma to the crease at number 3. Here we go, a big moment just now. Sita Rana Mugger run out, attempting a suicidal first run. Lemon Chung, Hong Kong's keeper, with a really good gather there. Look at this, a lot of energy in the field right now for Hong Kong. They know they have a big opportunity to really turn the screws here on Nepal. And when you take a wicket, there's no better bowler to be bowling than Carrie Chan. Arguably Hong Kong's best cricketer, up there with Mariko Hill. Both of them genuine all-rounders and high impact. It's Carrie Chan. End of 4 overs for Hong Kong. You have to say they just about have their noses in front. We're into the 5th over and we're going to see a change in bowling. Betty Chan, the off spinner, we spoke about her turning that ball away from left-handed Bindu Rawal. And we see this very, very often.
Yeah.
Hong Kong spinners tend to bowl around 3 overs or more in the power play.
Betty Chan's going to be interesting because she's bowling into a left-hander as well. There's a great effort in the field as well.
Really well cut off. Shanzeen Shehzad, she's been in the thick of the action so far. But I should warn the viewers at home, there isn't a lot of turn available on this wicket. At least there wasn't in that first game. It's a flat batting track. That's pushed straight back to the bowler. And on this wicket, Hong Kong will be looking to restrict Nepal to anything in the region of 100. It would make them favourites. In this massive encounter at the Kinrara Oval, tossed up into the offside, another dot ball. Look at this, Hong Kong's fielders, they've barely put a foot wrong today. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to remind Nepal fans that Hong Kong defeated Nepal at the Asia qualifier last year. That's turned into the leg side. Confusion. Ooh, sent back just in time, Bindu Rawal. Oh, Saifullah Malik, I am feeling so good right now. This is a massive, massive encounter.
Yeah, I think they just need to be... They just can't panic at this stage, Nepal. They need to get a bit of a partnership going on here now. That's well
Let's cut away. Has she found the gap? Yes, she has. The fielder just diving over that. And there's a boundary square on the offside. So another boundary to Bindu Rawal. It's been a good start here for the left-hander. Betty Chan, however, too short, too wide.
Yeah, poor delivery from Betty Chan.
Here we go. Off spinner Betty Chan. That's nudged into the offside. They're not going to risk the single, and that's a wise move. You do not take on Carrie Chan. There you have it. End of the 5th over. There we go on YouTube. That Crick Tracker channel. 4,000 viewers right now. That's right, 4,000 views. That's only on Crick Tracker. I wonder how many people are tuning in on Women's Crick Zone. I wonder how many people are tuning in on Facebook or the official Crick Tracker website. The best thing you can do right now to spread awareness about this game is email the link of this game to your friends and your family. Post about it on social media. Use the hashtag ACC WT20. WT20C, Women's T20 Championship. There you go. I'm getting a little too excited here.
Mariko Hill to bowl from the far end. It's going to be fascinating to see how they're going to face her. Short ball.
She tries to dig it in.
Yeah, she likes using that short ball in her repertoire as an Arsenal.
Absolutely. And as you can see to the left of your screen, there's a green top to the side of this wicket. That's where Hong Kong played their last game. But there's not a lot of bounce on this wicket. So I'm not really sure if that short ball tactic is going to work. But if there's one person who can make it work, it's Mariko Hill, Hong Kong's designated enforcer. That's guided away, uses the pace of that, and that's well stopped by Tash Miles. No run on offer, Tash Miles. You gotta say she saved a single at the very least, if not 2 runs. Tash Miles, of course, former Middlesex captain. That experience of playing in a full member country, it's absolutely invaluable. And of course, 12 Hong Kong players were involved at the recently concluded Fairbreak Invitational. That's pushed down the ground. Good piece of bowling there from Mariko Hill. And frustration beginning to show in the body language of Indu Burma. Indu Burma, of course, playing a really good knock in combination with Rubina Chaitri 2 games ago against Kuwait. Tries to guide that away. Oh, Mariko Hill knows that was close. Lemon Chung behind the stumps. There's never a shortage of energy from Lemon Chung. If you get to see her with the bat, look out for her signature scoops and paddles. A very cheeky cricketer, Lemon Chung.
Yeah, I can clearly see that Mariko Hill is causing a bit of problems with that extra bounce that she has in offer.
There's a full toss down the ground. Well done, Mariko Hill. Perhaps saving a boundary by getting down low and quick.
Yeah, definitely saved 4 runs there. Poor delivery, but well recovered by Mariko Hill.
And it's so good when you can be strong off your own follow through, when you can save runs off your own follow through. As you can see on your screens, mid-off there is very wide. If that beat Mariko Hill, it would have been 4. Oh, that's pushed away into the offside. Shanzeen Shehzad in the thick of it yet again. And a dot ball to close out the power play. Really good work here from Hong Kong yet again.
Made an over.
Look at that, Mariko Hill. What a high impact over, bowling a maiden in the final over of the power play. Hong Kong with their noses just about in front here. Nepal 22 for 1 after 6.
Yeah, this is exactly what Hong Kong would have liked, to restrain Nepal to below 25 runs is a feat by itself.
Off spinner Betty Chan conceded a boundary, bowling short and wide to Bindu Rawal earlier in her spell. Here's her second over. Slapped away through the offside, through the cover region. And it's going to be maybe another boundary. Yes, you better believe it. So an important boundary at an important juncture for Bindu Rawal.
Yeah, over pitch by Betty Chan. They opted to stick with their attacking field. Didn't pay dividend to them. And now they've dropped back the deep cover. They still have just 2 fielders down. They can afford to put another 2 more. But I like this from Hong Kong. They are being positive, attacking cricket.
That's flighted. They're looking for the single. It's not on offer. Saif, what do you make of Hong Kong's fielding effort so far?
Yeah, I mean, I've noted that in the previous game as well, that Hong Kong is lightning in the field. They're very athletic, and that speaks volume of how far they've reached in this tournament as well.
Tossed up. Ooh, just a little bit of turn. And we saw that from Mariam Omar as well in that first game. If you are able to extract turn on this wicket, it's going to be from this end. It seems like maybe there's just a slight rough patch there outside the off stump of the left-hander. Here we go. Betty Chan. Oh, this one coming on with the arm. The left-hander adjusts really well. Could this be the second boundary of the over? It's running down behind square on the leg side, but it's cut off. Oh, wow, that's a strong throw. I believe it was Mariam Bibi out there in the deep. But look at that, Seth. That's the longest part of this outfield. Yes, yes it is. And we talked about this before. Even in the previous broadcast, we were talking about how important it is to have a strong arm from the deep.
Yeah, definitely.
Kuwait's Mariam Omar put out an absolute masterclass in that first game. Hong Kong, of course, with their share of boundary riders. The trio of Shanzeen Shehzad, Mariam Bibi and Ikra Sahar down the track this time. And a useful dot ball for Hong Kong. That's straight. It's on the legs. Oh, there you go. She's bowled her down the legs. Around her legs, I beg your pardon. Second wicket down for Nepal now. So Betty Chan conceding that boundary and 3 runs off the over, but she closes it out. with the big wicket of Indu Burma. It remains to be seen who walks in at number 4 for Nepal. Will it be skipper Rubina Chaitri?
Yeah, that's an absolute gift of wicket. Indu Burma just struggling with the bat today. Just gets none of 10 deliveries. It's unacceptable from her.
And no, Rubina Chaitri is going to hold herself back. Kajal Shrestha walking in at number 4. A bump of the bats, a punch of the gloves. Kajal Shrestha with some work to do here. Bindu Rawal, the left-hander, of course, at the other end, holding strong for Nepal. She's been there since the start. If you're just joining us, a reminder that Nepal won the toss and chose to bat first. Carrie Chan, however, said, hey, we would have bowled, we don't mind. So both teams getting exactly what they wanted in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, things are turning sideways now for Nepal. 29 for 1 in 7 overs as well.
Mariko Hill kicked things off with a maiden in her first over. Can she keep it up? First runs off Mariko Hill. That's turned away behind square on the leg side. They're looking for 2. They're not going to chance their arm.
They could have come back for a second, I believe. But the negative running.
I don't know, Seth. You're a lot braver than I am. I would not take a risk with Shanzeen Shehzad's arm. It's a 5-4 offside field. We've got third man and deep fine leg on the boundary. Those are, in fact, the only 2 fielders on the boundary. Oh, that's down the leg side. Oh, Mariko. They're going to sneak through for a single. Ooh, that was a good throw from Lemon Chung, just not quite on target. But Mariko Hill drifting down the leg side just slightly. But that's enough for the umpire to penalize you. Here we go, the left-hander on strike once again. Oh no, once again that's down the leg side. Work to do here. Waiting for the signal from the umpire. There's bat on that. He signals 4.
Yeah, poor delivery from Mariko Hill. Down the leg side. Just had to get a bit of bat on that and it would have trickled away to the boundary. Fielder had no chance at all. Betty Chan.
Absolutely, Mariko Hill in total contrast to her first over. Second time she's drifted down the leg side, and this time the left-hander gets some bat on it. Here she is again, this time changing up her angle around the wicket.
That's much better.
Yeah, much better, definitely.
I think that angle around the wicket is better when you're bowling to a left-hander.
And now we have the additional fielder outside the circle. We have a deep cover in place, and that deep cover is going to have some work to do. There we go. Can she stop the second? Yes,
That's
she
right.
can. Look at that.
That is exceptional fielding, has to be said.
My word. I definitely have to have a word with Hong Kong's head coach, Saklan, at the end of this game, because wow, this is some of the best fielding I've seen from Hong Kong. You have to say Hong Kong, there's a strong case to be made that they are I'm going to say one of the strongest fielding units in this tournament so far. Mariko Hill. Bang. Straight to Mariko Hill. I say bang, but she didn't really time that too well. I got a little carried away, that extravagant backlift clearing her left leg. But no, she didn't quite get the good connection on that. Score now 36-2 for Nepal. We're into the 8th over. Mariko Hill. Oh, a thick inside edge there. That's a good piece of fielding. Just a single to round off the 8th over. It's
8 runs coming from the 8th over. 9 runs coming from the 8th over.
Yes, apologies. It's actually 9 runs off the over. 38-2 after 8.
Yes, not an ideal start here for Nepal. 38 runs, still not crossing 50, 38 overs. They need to put a respectable total on the board now for Hong Kong to have a bit of problems in chasing. I think Hong Kong would love to restrict Nepal to a total below 110, which is a big possibility if Betty Chen can manage to close out this over with just 2-3 runs, which is more than capable of doing. Interesting, they haven't put the mid on or the mid off down. Only 3 fielders are outside the 25-yard circle.
That's full. Alyssa Hubbard, a bit of a fumble, but that doesn't cost Hong Kong anything. We actually saw Alyssa Hubbard just warming up or stretching a few overs earlier. I wonder if there's a chance of her being introduced into the attack. Here we go, off spinner Betty Chan.
Oh.
That's down the leg side and that's given. Perhaps that one just clipping leg stump. But hey, Hong Kong's not going to complain. It's 3 wickets down now for Nepal. Hong Kong, once again, the momentum swings in their favor. 3 wickets down for Nepal in the 9th over. They're 39-3 right now.
It's going to be interesting to see a replay on that. Yeah, I think that was pretty adjacent. Pretty plumb.
Absolutely. 38-3. I believe I said 39. I don't know why I said that. I was looking at the score. It was 38. Made a small mistake there. Nonetheless, walking in at number 5, a big player for Nepal, Captain Fantastic, Rubina Chaitri. Genuine all-rounder. Expect to see her with her off-spinners in the 2nd innings. But before that, she's going to have to stitch together a partnership with Bindu Rawal. Bindu Rawal, of course, has been there since the start. She's watched 3 wickets fall around her. The first wicket, a needless run-out. Sita Rana Mugger walking back to the dugout after being caught short of her crease. 2 more wickets have fell after that. 2 more wickets have fallen. I'm just getting my tenses wrong here in the comm box.
You can see in the comment section that the Nepali fans are not pleased with this effort with the bat by Nepal.
Sukraj Laksam wants 3 consecutive 6s. He wants it so bad, he posts that comment again. There we go. Betty Chan, the off spinner, into the attack. Well, continuing, I mean. And that's pushed straight to that cover fielder. Yaz Daswani not behind the sticks on this occasion. Hong Kong bringing Lemon Chung into their playing 11 today. Oh, there we go. Betty Chan keeping things tight. And this could be a very dangerous period here for Nepal. Betty Chan still has 1 over left after this. Carrie Chan has another 2. So things could get a little sticky. Stickier, rather. That's slapped away in front of square on the offside. Just a single.
Yeah, and another great over for Hong Kong.
Absolutely. 39-3, Nepal. After 9 overs. Ooh, Seth, if you're Nepal right now, what's a realistic total?
Yeah, realistically, it looks like Nepal would probably score around 110 max. But by the way that Hong Kong is bowling, they could even restrict I wouldn't be surprised if they restricted Nepal below 100 as well.
Here we go. Mariam Bibi into the attack. She's pushed into the offside. Shanzeen Shehzad. She's barely put a foot wrong today. So Mariam Bibi starting with a dot ball. Gotta say, I love those green shoes from Mariam Bibi. It's a fantastic outfit. Black pants, a red jersey, green shoes. Here we go. Mariam Bibi. Second ball of her spell. Oh, a play and a miss. Oh no! A no ball signaled by the umpire. And it's a free hit. This might just let Nepal back into the game. My word, Saif, you cannot afford to overstep, especially when you've got your foot on the opposition's neck.
Yeah, definitely not. It could be costly for Hong Kong. Let's have a look at the free hit.
Here we go, free hit coming up. Oh, a thick inside edge. That's going to beat the infield though. They come back for one, they're looking for two. They should have been looking for two.
Fielder lost the balance. There.
Rubina Chaitri not happy with her partner, the left-handed Bindu Rawal.
They only took a single.
The score now moves on to 41, I believe. Mariam Bibi bowling to the left-hander over the wicket. Pushed straight back to Bibi, who gets down nice and quick. We're approaching the halfway mark at the Kinrara Oval. Another play and a miss. Ooh, perhaps just a little lucky to get away with that wide delivery. Or I'm being a little harsh. It swung after passing the left-hander's bat.
Last ball of the over.
Here we go, Bindu Rawal on strike.
Oh, that's close.
That's a big appeal. That's a brilliant way to end the first half of this innings for Hong Kong. Four wickets down now for Nepal. And it's the big wicket of the set opener, Bindu Rawal, who has to walk back to the dugout. So it's 41 for 4 after 10. The players are going to take a bit of a drink. I'm going to take a mini break myself, but the break's not going to last too long. We'll be back with you in around 90 seconds for the second half of this innings. Don't go too far.
Looks like the Nepali fan base isn't convinced to the umpire. Although both the LBWs were pretty straightforward decisions, if you ask me. It's the end of the water break. Nepal in all sorts of trouble at the moment now. 41 for the loss of 4 wickets. things are definitely not looking good for this Nepali side. Mariam Bibi to close out the last ball of her first over. And that ends the over. Ten overs gone. Beg your pardon. 10 overs gone. 41 for the loss of 4. And that brings Elisa Hubbard into the attack. Big, lanky fast bowler.
So Alyssa Hubbard, the 6th bowler to be utilized by Hong Kong. Carrie Chan ringing the changes. And you have to say everything Carrie Chan has touched so far has turned to gold. All her bowling changes have worked. Mariam Bibi with a wicket just now. Here we go. Keeper up to the stumps. That's pushed into the offside. Another valuable dot ball for Hong Kong. Just turning the screws on Nepal. And like we said, that magical total of 100, that 3-figure total, it gives you something to bowl at. This is a flat batting track. Or at least it was in that first game. I personally have not noticed too many demons in this track.
Yeah, definitely not. Looks like a nice wicket to bat on. I feel like Nepal just haven't applied themselves.
And Hong Kong as well, to their credit, saving more than just a few runs in the field. And counting at least 6 or 7 runs, if not more, that Hong Kong have saved in the field so far. And in what might be a low-scoring contest, those 6 or 7 runs, so invaluable. Mid-on and mid-off, both up in the circle. Mariam Bibi and Mariko Hill respectively. That's pushed to Carrie Chan in the cover region.
Yeah, I couldn't make use of that full toss. It was there, he put away. Loose ball from Elisa Hubbard.
Here we go, 5-4 offside field. Elisa Hubbard into her first over. That's pulled away in front of square. Work to do in the deep from Shanzeen Shahzad. She cuts it down. That's another thing. Nepal have not been able to run that second run when they've hit it out into the deep. The strong arms of Hong Kong's fielders have kept them in check. 5,200 people now watching on Crick Tracker's YouTube channel. And I'm sure quite a few more watching on Women's Crick Zone. Here we go, Elisa Hubbard. That's over the top. Rather down to third man on the boundary. I was following the flow of the bat more than where the ball was going. There you go, a single to round off the 11th over.
Yeah, just 4 runs coming off that over.
There we go. 45 for 4 after 11. Nepal. We have 54 deliveries left in this game. If Nepal go at a run of ball, they will get 99 and set Hong Kong a total of exactly 100. Mariam Bibi continuing. She's in her second over. There we go, just getting her run up wrong again. Of course, she overstepped in her first over. Free hit did not cost Hong Kong too much. In fact, Mariam Bibi soon after picking up Bindu Rawal LBW. Mariam Bibi in that game against Bhutan, where Bhutan gave Hong Kong a scare. 1 point. Bhutan needed 34 of 36. Mariam Bibi with 3 tight overs at the death.
Yeah, this is something that Nepal can't afford. I think way too many dot balls have been conceded already. And they've just got to find a way. I think they have to look at their options. They have to look at where they can get their boundaries, which is really important at this stage. I think one of these two batsmen has to be more attacking, and one of them can play that anchor role.
Here we go. Bibi keeps it tight. No, she doesn't. That's been whacked down the ground. First boundary for Mamta Chaudhary. Right over the head of Mariam Bibi. The bowler not doing too much wrong there. I don't think she overpitched that much. But Mamta Chaudhary, equal to the task, gets her first boundary. Saif, how big is that boundary in the context of this innings?
Yeah, I could just shift a bit of momentum back onto the Nepalis. I think that's exactly what I was talking about. Need a couple of boundaries now to get themselves back into this game, because so far it's been a one-sided affair. Hong Kong have been right on top since ball 1.
Absolutely. 49 for 4. Make that 50. We have a change in the field. Mariko Hill has dropped back from mid-on to long-on right after that boundary. So a little bit of hope here for Nepal with that boundary, followed by a single. It's so important to do that. You get that boundary, pick up that single, keep the scoreboard moving. Rubina Chaitri batting on 4 off 10, looking for her first boundary. Here's Mariam Bibi. Oh, she might just get that first boundary. Oh, the fielder in the deep didn't quite judge that too well. She was wrong-footed, and it's a 1 bounce 4 for Rubina Chaitri.
Yeah, I just have a feeling that the fielder deep square leg was caught napping over there. Seemed like a pre-regulation chance. I think just got surprised.
Sukraj Laksam, he is predicting 110. There you go. I want to hear from all of you watching on YouTube and Facebook. Hit up that comment section. Let me know what you think Nepal will score in this first innings. Come on. Mariam Bibi and Rubina Chaitri, 2 boundaries off the over. That could be 3. Work to do. Oh no! The fielder in the deep just being deceived by that spin. 3 boundaries in that over. Could this be the turning point in this massive contest between Nepal and Hong Kong? 58 for 4 now. That run rate approaching that 5 runs and over mark. We were talking about a total in the region of 100, 110. Perhaps we need to adjust that prediction up to maybe 120. Mariko Hill, she's come into the circle now. Here we go, Mariam Bibi. That's been guided away. Oh, quick run. Not there. Smartly sent back. The damage has been done here by Nepal. Mariam Bibi conceding 3 boundaries in that over. It's 58 for 4 after 12.
Yeah, 2 really poor deliveries from Mariam Bibi. Alisa Hubbard needs to come and probably steady the ship now for Hong Kong.
There we go, Abhishek. He's predicting a total of 130.
A bit optimistic, Abhishek, I must say.
Nothing's impossible to get that 130. Nepal will have to go at around 9 runs and over, I believe. At exactly 9 runs and over. Good mental math, Mr. J. Dancing Hani. Well done, buddy. You deserve a pat on the back. But for now, here's Alyssa Hubbard. She's going to want to keep this tight. Pressure now on Hong Kong for the first time in this contest. That's watchfully played by Mamta Chaudhary, who collected her first boundary in that Mariam Bibi over. Now, there's a very good chance that we don't see any more of Mariam Bibi today at the bowling crease. Betty Chan, of course, I believe she has an over up her sleeve. Carrie Chan has 2. Short and punched off the back foot. Oof. Saifullah. I gotta say, definitely runs for the taking there.
Yeah, definitely missed out. I think either side of that point fielder would have been a boundary, I think. But nonetheless, we have 2 back-to-back dot balls now.
So important for Hong Kong as well to string together a series of dot balls, especially after that last over. That's a full toss, unable to capitalize, run out chance, Mariko Hill, she hits!
Mariko
There you
Hill.
go, second run out of the innings for Hong Kong, Mariko Hill. She hits that bullseye. Nepal have now lost half their side. Just as it looked like they were working their way back into the contest, Mamta Chaudhary, she's walking back to the dugout, short of her crease.
Yeah, what an absolute athlete Mariko Hill is. Star of Hong Kong.
So much work to do for Kabita Joshi, who strides to the middle at number 7. Rubina Chaitri tells her, hurry up, what are you doing? Oh no, she's signaling for a drink. There you go. I was thinking for a second, Rubina, let her take her time. Let her absorb what she has to accomplish in this pressure situation right now for Nepal. The good thing for Nepal is they do have a little bit of momentum on their side. Rubina Chaitri striking 2 boundaries in that over from Mariam Bibi. Rubina Chaitri has been in good form in this tournament, a quality innings against Kuwait the other day. Nepal, of course, have won 3 out of 3. Hong Kong, they've won 2 out of 2. Alyssa Hubbard. Here she is. Right on the money yet again. That's squeezed away to deep square leg. There's definitely 2 on offer. I don't know why they didn't take it. Rubina Chaitri, you've got to run faster.
That's poor running. It's really, really poor running. There's no intent in the running. That's what is more disturbing than any other thing.
For me, it's not so much that, it's the fact that she was ball watching. Head behind her shoulders. You got just run that first one hard. Make the decision about that second run once you've reached that non-striker's end. And it looked as if she was holding her bat in the wrong hand as well.
Yeah.
So you have to look over your shoulder. That costs you precious seconds. Rubina Chaitri, Nepal's leader, that smashed through the offside. Kabita Joshi. Nope. Once again, Nepal decide against that second run. And that's definitely a huge talking point from this match. Hong Kong's fielding on the ropes there. Nepal haven't wanted to chance their arm against Hong Kong's strong arms from the deep.
I think people underestimate the importance of doubles in T20 cricket.
Oh, there's a bit of an optimistic appeal there from Alyssa Hubbard. A lonely appeal there from Alyssa Hubbard, not joined by any of her teammates. That closes out the 13th over. Another successful over for Hong Kong. Nepal only have 5 wickets left to play with.
Yeah, Alyssa Hubbard has been brilliant, just giving 6 runs in 2 overs.
I see a lot of Nepal fans on that chat, perhaps looking a little disgruntled, a little angry, a little dejected. But I should remind you that Hong Kong, perhaps their batting lineup a little bit top heavy. So, I'm not going to say reliant, but I'll say reliant. I'll go with that word. Reliant on the likes of Mariko Hill, Carrie Chan, and Tash Miles in that top 4. You get a couple of early wickets against Hong Kong, and the game is wide open. So you've got to believe, you have to give your batters, rather your bowlers, something to bowl at. Anything in the region of 100, hey, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hong Kong will still be favorites, but Nepal will have a shot. Here we go. Consecutive dot balls now for Mariko Hill to kick off the 14th over.
Yeah, she is so good off her own bowling. She has saved a lot of runs when the batsmen have driven the ball straight down the ground.
We have a deep cover third man, fine leg on the ropes as well as a long on. Mid-off is up in the circle. Bang! Goes Kabita Joshi. She'll just pick up a single. Look at that.
Brilliant work.
Saifullah Malik. That anticipation from Chanzeen Shehzad in the deep. She's been one of Hong Kong's best fielders today. Back of a length and defended respectfully back to Mariko.
Yeah, that's what something they can't afford now. Dot balls. I've said this once, say it again. They need to milk those singles and twos, and they have that opportunity when there's a no fielder down on the leg side, other than long on and a deep fine leg.
Here we go, Mariko. Oh, that one keeping a little low. Look at that. Saif, that's the first sign of variable bounce I've seen today.
Yeah, this wicket tends to do that sometimes. It does tend to keep a bit low. You're not going to see massive bounce on this Kinwara wicket. We did see it on that grassy deck, I think, a few days ago. But this wicket has been used in the morning and I think will not be offering a lot of bounce.
Here we go, Mariko again.
It's
Playing a
beautiful.
miss. Ooh, that was so close. Hands on her head from Mariko. This is a much, much better over from Mariko Hill. She's only conceded 10 runs in her spell so far.
Yeah, I think Mariko Hill and Elsa Hubbard have done a brilliant job in just accumulating the dot balls, piling on the pressure. Nepal actually have no answer to this duo.
That's precisely why Nepal are 61 for 5. They're running out of deliveries, only 6 overs left. Nepal fans, Nepal's dugout, Nepal's players out in the middle, they know that getting to that 100 run mark, it gives you some sort of a psychological cushion. Slapped into the offside, work to do. Ikra Sahar, can she get around? Yes, she does. Wow, that's a good piece of fielding. Keeping Nepal's batters down to 1. Ikra Sahar perhaps just making amends for those 2 blunders in Mariam Bibi's over. That 12th over of the innings, the best over of the innings for Nepal. 3 boundaries coming off that over. Hong Kong have come back once again since that over. That's guided away down to third man. It'll just be a single. But Saif, I can see the color of the pitch just changing a little bit. A couple of rough patches emerging, including outside that left-hander's off stump from this end. Sure hope the coaches from both teams are tuned into this broadcast. Saifullah and I, with our analytical eyes. We don't miss a single thing. Quick single, direct hit. Oh, could have been the 3rd run out of the innings. Nobody backing up. Nepal, you've got to take that extra run.
Yeah, you have to. I think they've been really poor with running in between the wickets in this innings. It's been very, very ordinary.
Oh, mate, that was an easy overthrow. I hate to sound harsh. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I'm an optimist. But you had to get that 2nd run. Hey, look, Alyssa Hubbard, she's not going to complain. It's been a tight spell from her so far. She's running in the 15th over. That's guided away. They're going to get that quick single. Yaz Daswani unable to cut that off. I could be wrong. Perhaps that's not Yaz Daswani. I'm not great at judging the side of people's faces, so I do apologize if that's not Yaz. We try our best here in the commentary box.
Yeah,
there you
knocked
go.
over.
Another wicket for Hong Kong. 6 wickets down now. Alyssa Hubbard getting the big wicket of Kavita Joshi bowled. So now it's 65 for 6. Nepal, they're in deep, deep trouble. We talked about that total of 100. Ooh, that total of 100, that target looking even more unlikely. Hong Kong looking so good in this contest. Of course, you can never take anything for granted. Cricket, as they say, is a game of glorious uncertainties. If you're a Nepal fan, hang in there. There's still hope. Getting up to anywhere in the region of 100, definitely possible when you've got skipper Rubina Chaitri still out there in the middle. The main issue for Nepal is they're running out of wickets.
Yeah, I think that's a poor shot from Kavita. It's going across the line of the ball, missing it completely. Another play and a miss for the new batter. That ends another impressive over from Alyssa Hubbard. It's been exceptional bowling from her, great figures as well.
So there you go, 65 for 6. Nepal running out of time, 5 overs left in this innings. What can they muster? That's not a rhetorical question. I want you to hit up that comment section on YouTube and Facebook. Let us know what you think Nepal will be able to score in this innings.
What about you, Jay? What do you reckon?
I predict exactly 100.
Exactly 100, huh?
There you go, that's edged down to Betty Chan at third man. A simple enough stop and just a single.
I'm going to go with 85.
Nepal fans, if you're angry, direct your anger at Mr. Saif over here. Anupama Marasini says every game we see 2 runouts for Nepal. Certainly a concern.
Gotta come back for a second. And yet again we see this problem. The non-striker was definitely keen.
I think the issue, or the thing in this situation, Saif, was Rubina Chaitri deliberately turning down that second run so she can keep strike. And the interesting thing for Nepal, I'm a big believer in this, Apsari Begum back into the team. She's a very, very good fielder. Looking for that quick single. It's not there. Trying to get a quick single to carry Chan. That's an interesting strategy. It doesn't often work. And that YouTube user just now saying, Nepal, too many runouts in every game. And I feel like we're getting 2 Nepal runouts per game. That could have been number 3. And that's definitely an area that Nepal need to work on. Here we go, Mariko Hill. Oh, a bit of an inside edge. Rubina Chaitri, lucky perhaps. That didn't go onto the stumps.
Yeah, Mariko is just a superstar of Hong Kong cricket. Brilliant bowling yet again. Both her and Alyssa Hubbard. These 4 overs have been crucial for Hong Kong. And could possibly see them through with a win.
Look at this, 5,200 people watching on the Crick Tracker YouTube channel. I'm sure there are a lot more watching on Women's Crick Zone. This is of course available on both Facebook and YouTube, as well as Crick Tracker's official website. That's down the leg side. Ooh, Lemon Chung, a little bit untidy. So 2 very useful bonus runs for Nepal. They need every run they can get. The score now moving on to 69 for 6. We've had 4 runs of 4 deliveries in this over. 2 deliveries left. Can Nepal get that boundary? They have a fine leg back on the circle and a long on. It's a 6-3 offside field. Mariko Hill bowling to her field. And we've seen this a lot from Hong Kong. Bowling to their field really well today. That 6-3 offside field, not the first time we've seen it. That's pitched up and driven. There's a fielder out there deep at the cover region. Just a single for Nepal. The frustration grows for Rubina Chaitri's outfit. That's the end of the over. 74-6 Nepal. 4 overs left.
Yeah, Mariko Hill closes out her 4 overs. None for 15 has been exceptional from Mariko Hill, despite not taking a wicket. She has been one of the best bowlers in this unit. Clouds are setting here over Kinrara Oval.
You're scaring me, Saif. But there's no point shooting the messenger. There's a mixture of dark clouds and white clouds. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but I know what's going to happen there. That's going to be a boundary, a bit of a misfield in the deep as well. Alyssa Hubbard looks to the skies, the dark skies. A useful boundary here for Nepal. Square on the leg side there.
Poor fielding as well. Misfield resulting in a boundary.
Apsari Begum, of course, coming into this team today. One of the changes for Nepal. She's already proving her worth. That was a really good put away from her. I know what you're thinking. It's a full toss. It was relatively easy. But hey, like I said, you've got to put those away. Alyssa Hubbard, a loose start for her. That's much better. It's squeezed into the offside for a single. Good running on this occasion from Nepal. 5 runs off 2 balls now.
Yeah, moving to 75.
My word, so many updates on social media. This is up in the air. Lemon Chung cannot get around. Are the batters going to get back for 2? No. So Rubina Chaitri, she's at the non-strikers end now. The important thing for Nepal is runs are starting to flow, but they have to keep going. They need boundaries, Nepal. It's getting even darker here at the Kinrara Oval. I don't like this. Ooh, why down the leg side?
Yeah, she's trying a bit too many things this over, I think. Alyssa Hubbard. Gotta play some basic cricket.
God's Child on YouTube says worst pitch I've ever seen. Mate, this is actually a relatively decent batting wicket. Here we go. Alyssa Hubbard.
Speaking about worst pitches you've ever seen, what do you think is the worst pitch you've ever seen, Jay?
Mate, if I answer that question, I'm going to get in deep trouble. I'll tell you when we're off the mic.
I think I have a rough guess on what you're going to say.
I'll give you a hint. Malaysia v Vanuatu. That's all I'm going to say. Here we go. Alyssa Hubbard. That's a full toss. Is it a waist-high full toss? Yes, it is. It's been called no ball. The batters, they're looking for 2. They're not going to get it. But most importantly, in fact, they will get the second run now. Are they going to think about a third? Yes, they're coming back for a third run. So 4 bonus runs for Nepal and the free hit. Saifullah Malik, could this be a turning point for Nepal?
Definitely can be, and definitely will be, I believe, as well.
And interestingly, Saif, these are the loudest cheers we've heard from Nepal so far in the dugout. Nepal fans, oh my god, those comments are coming in thick and fast. Nepal fans, Hong Kong fans, neutral fans. Share this link on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Insta, all over social media. Tell all your friends that we have quite the contest on here at the Kinrara Oval. Nepal making a mini comeback here. Here we go, free hit, Rubina Chaitri. Bang she goes, that is taken. But that will only be a dot ball, it will not be a wicket. Belapoon there at backward point. So Alyssa Hubbard lucky to get away with that one. But Hong Kong a little bit sloppy there. 2 overthrows. And 3 runs collected. Plus the no ball, making it 4. 81 for 6, a little wide. There's work to do there for third man. Rubina Chaitri, she wants the second. She's not going to get it. A very strong throw from the deep. A reminder of what's at stake today. The winner of this contest will probably avoid playing the UAE in the semi-final of the ACC Women's T20 Championship. The 2 winning semi-finalists, of course, will qualify for the Asia Cup to face India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. That exposure to full member opposition is going to be invaluable. Dear commentators, have you ever visited Mount Everest Base Camp? Asks a user. No, I haven't, but it's definitely right up there on my bucket list.
Yeah, same here.
Speaking of Mount Everest Base Camp, it's Nepal who have a mountain to climb on this wicket at the Kinrara Oval. They're making a good comeback, however. It's 82. It's going to stay 82 for 6. I thought maybe the umpire would be tempted to signal wide. Look at that. Subhan predicting 110. Govinda Gyawali saying 109 only. That's very precise. Here we go. Carrie Chan tosses it up. The keeper missed that.
And the play and a miss. There seemed to be a bit of turn now on the wicket.
More importantly, Seth, that's 2 consecutive dot balls. At this closing stage, it's so important for Hong Kong to do this. This could be 3 consecutive dots. There we go. And you know what the statistics say. The chances of taking a wicket after 3 consecutive dot balls, well, it absolutely skyrockets. Seth, watch this. I feel like something is going to happen right now. She lets that go. She gets a wide delivery.
Yeah.
Rubina Chaitri, a little bit of respite for her. So 1 off 3 deliveries in this over. Here we go, Carrie Chan, flatter. That's pushed. That's our easy run out chance. Ooh. Oh no, that's a horrible bounce off the pitch. Incredibly unlucky there for Lemon Chung and Hong Kong. So Nepal do get through for the run and they get a bit of a bonus. Tash Miles just underarming that, but that one, it's a nasty bounce, Seth.
Yeah, I think that bounced out of nowhere actually. And she was in a bit of pain for a while as well.
That's really unlucky. That should have been the 3rd run out of the innings for Nepal. Works her way across her stumps. That's going to be a boundary. Fantastic shot from Rubina Chaitri, making the most of the luck afforded to her by Mother Destiny. Here we go. Nepal looking good once again.
We have a question in. What would be the winning score for Nepal on this wicket? What would you say is a reasonable target?
Let's see. Here's the thing. This wicket just drying up a tad, and I think that had something to do with the sunshine just absolutely baking the surface. I actually think a score of 110 will be very competitive. Oh, that's edged away. More luck for Nepal. They're not going to complain. They get back-to-back boundaries. Rubina Chaitri, she's on fire here at the Kinrara Oval. The score now moving on to 89 for 6. We have one delivery left in the 18th over. Hong Kong. Little nervous here for them for the first time in this game.
Yeah.
Apologies, that's actually 93 for 6 after 18 overs. I think I said 110 would be a winning score for Nepal. I'm going to adjust that to 115. But yeah, anything in that region, and I think we're going to have an absolutely fantastic game. And Seth, honestly, it's so hard to predict. But here's off-spinner Betty Chan. Oh, that's a big appeal. Ooh, that one perhaps just sliding down leg. Hong Kong, though, a little bit of respite for them. They get that dot ball. Rubina Chaitri indicating to Upsari Begum, hey, here are the gaps. This is where you can get a single. Give me the strike. Oh, they're going to run. They're going to run. Ooh, a bit of a misfield from Carrie Chan. It allows Rubina Chaitri to get back on strike.
Yeah, that's exactly what Nepal wants as well. Rubina Chaitri to face the bulk of the balls starting from now until the last ball of the innings.
You can cut the tension with the knife here at the Kinrara Oval.
Well
Turns that into a full toss that goes into the leg side. A good piece of fielding there in the deep. A strong throw. Rubina Chaitri is off strike. A crucial result there for Hong Kong. Here we go, Betty Chan. That's tossed up, a thickish inside edge. Once again, deep mid-wicket does a very good job. Upsari Begum, she is into double figures. She's just moved on to 11 off 10. But it's Rubina Chaitri on strike. Squeezed away.
Beautiful shot. And could be another chance in the bowler's end. Chose the wrong end.
There we go. Nepal's dugout feeling a lot more confident now. Hong Kong, on the other hand, they've just gone a little bit quiet. And a very strong wind is blowing across the Kinrara. Oh,
what a stop that is.
There.
Great stop. Putting a body on the line. Nepal are definitely trying to hit some boundaries here. Nice to see that they're coming back into this game. Last over. And Nepal are 96. 97 for the loss of 6 leading up to the last over of the game.
Yep, absolutely. Just 4 runs conceded in that over from Betty Chan. Dragging things back. It's exactly what Hong Kong needed in this situation. And like we said, Hong Kong a little bit top heavy. Not the only team in this tournament guilty of being slightly top heavy. Not the only team in world cricket guilty of being top heavy. That's in the air. Takes that on the bounce, the fielder. Oh, Lemon Chung does not collect that, but I believe the batters were in any case.
Yeah, I mean, the important thing is Rubina is on strike now. I think she should try and retain strike for the remaining of these 5 deliveries.
Here we go, Carrie Chan, skipper to skipper. That's edged away. This time it's cut off by Betty Chan, just a single. And in Carrie Chan's last over, of course, one fortuitous edge down to third man. Not so lucky if you're a Hong Kong supporter. Here we go. The death overs, that's over the top.
Great
this
shot.
Could be 2 runs. There's work to do for the fielder in the deep. No, it crosses over the boundary. And Nepal, that total crossing over 100 now.
What a shot that is. Brilliant shot from Upsari Begum.
Seth, you predicted a total of 85. I think it's safe to say you're wrong.
Yeah, looks like I'm getting a bit of stick in the comment section as well.
Nepal fans, I predicted 100. Don't blame this on me. The fielder deciding not to go for the catch. Just a single there for Hong Kong. A good result for them.
Yeah, but fair play to these 2 batsmen. Rubina has played a brilliant knock.
Getting closer to the end of this innings. Carrie Chan Rubina shuffles across her stumps, catching chance. Oh no, that goes down. Mariam Bibi, the offender on that occasion. Had she taken that, it would have been the end of Rubina Chaitri, but Hong Kong also would have saved an extra run. Every single run so crucial in what could be a low-scoring contest. Hold on a second. This is interesting. Rubina Chaitri on more than one occasion has shuffled across her stumps. And that fine leg has just been taken out, so a massive gap here. Will she look to exploit it? No, she doesn't. That's gone through the offside. There's work to do here for deep cover. She's coming around. She cuts it off. It's 2 runs. Are they going for a third? Yes, They run for the throw. Oh, no run out here for Hong Kong. So 3 runs now to close out the innings for Nepal. End of the innings?
Yeah, end of the innings.
There we go. It looks like Nepal have ended on 109 for 6. Yep, 109 for 6 for Nepal. Hong Kong need 110 at exactly 5.5 runs per over. So not the best start for Nepal, going at around 4 runs and over for the majority of the innings. I'm one of your commentators for the day, Jay Dansagani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansagani. I've been joined in the comm box by my co-pilot, Mr. Saifullah Malik. More importantly, as I clear my throat, I'm going to give you a quick summary of what's happened. Like I said, Nepal losing early wickets, but Rubina Chaitri, Nepal skipper, firing yet again. She's had a fantastic tournament with both bat and ball. For Hong Kong, they started strong. Bit of bad luck there with a couple of outside edges for 4. Nonetheless, as you can see on that batting card, Bindu Rawal starting strong with 23. Rubina Chaitri, however, the star of the show with 32. Apsari Begum with a useful 22 not out. Hong Kong conceding 109 for 6 in 20 overs to Nepal. There you have it, a quick match summary for all of you guys. Do be sure to follow the Malaysian Cricket Association and the Asian Cricket Council all across social media. Thank you so much for tuning in to the first half of this game. We have a really good game on our hands. Hong Kong, they need 110 at 5.5 runs and over. Don't go too far. We'll be back with you in around 8 or 9 minutes for Hong Kong's chase.
All right. Welcome back to the second innings. A big chase. 110 runs required for Hong Kong to win, and Nepal needs to defend it. Opening the bowling, we have Kabita Kunwar.
Absolutely, Kavita Kunwar, one slip in place. That's a big appeal, very ambitious, but Hong Kong will get their first runs on the board.
First runs comes from the pads. It was a pretty close call as well.
Just a reminder, especially if you're just joining us, the news from the middle is Nepal, they won the toss, elected to bat first. They put up 109 on the board. At one point, it looked like they'd struggle to get around 95. That is brilliant from Kavita Kunwar, right on the money. That's exactly how you want to start, especially if you're bowling to someone as good as Mariko Hill.
Yeah, the clouds have subsided and we look like we would have a full 20 overs in play.
Here we go. Third delivery of the over, right on the money yet again. A tight start here from Kavita Kunwar. Mariko Hill batting at this end. The non-striker, Belapoon, the other opener for Hong Kong. Expect Tash Miles to walk in at number 3, followed by Carrie Chan. After that, well, Hong Kong will be hoping they won't require any more batters. But expect to see the likes of Yaz Daswani and Shanzeen Shehzad in that middle order. Full, driven, fantastic, great way to start your innings. Mariko Hill with her first boundary, finding that gap between extra cover and Rubina Chaitri at mid-off.
That is a special shot. There is class written all over that.
And there was a little bit of movement as well from Kavita Kunwar into the right-hander. Didn't overhit it, but that's one of the best timed shots I've seen all day. Rubina Chaitri causes her to change the field. She drops down to long off. Here we go, Mariko Hill. Watchfully played. The fielder looks like Sita Rana Magar. She was on the circle. I'm not sure why. You gotta come in. You gotta save the single.
I just can't get over that boundary. That's just an elite shot from an elite player.
Mate, you hit the nail on the head, both with your analysis of the shot and of the player. There's a reason Mariko Hill was selected to play for the Northern Diamonds. She is a very, very good cricketer. Down the leg side, it's going to be bonus runs for Hong Kong. Just the one bonus run. But more importantly for Hong Kong, their score ticks over to 6 for no loss in the first over. They are, of course, chasing a target of 110. Here we go, Kavita Kunwar. That's hit down the ground. Chance for Rubina Chaitri? Maybe not. Splits the gap between long off and the bowler. Perhaps the shot of the day there from Mariko Hill. 10 runs off the over. A very expensive one for Nepal. Hong Kong off to a flyer.
Mariko Hill is a very impressive player. I think she's probably one of my favorite players of this tournament.
Mate, I'm going to have to agree with you. For me, closely followed by Mariam Omar.
The UAE opening batsman as well, left-hander. It's really classy.
Oh, yeah, Tirtha Satish.
Really, really classy.
Isha Oza as well. So many UAE players up in my top 10 favorite players in the tournament.
Yeah, we have-
Samaira Dharni Darka.
Yeah, Samaira has been brilliant. We have Marcelisa from Malaysia, who's done really well with the bat as well.
Absolutely.
And Elsa Hunter played a great knock as well yesterday.
Winnie Singham taking 7 wickets at the Fair Break Invitational as well, grabbing a lot of headlines. Winnie Singham. Winnie, oh Winnie. But for now, it's Bella Poon on strike. That's left alone, and wisely so. A bonus run here for Hong Kong. And interestingly, it's Subnam Rai coming in from the other end. Ashmina Karmacharya sitting out today. I was unable to gather exactly why that was the case. I have a feeling it might be a fitness related issue, because based on performance, you cannot leave Ashmina out of this attack. The extra batter was brought in the form of Apsari Begum. I tried to do my best after the game to figure out exactly why Ashmina Karmacharya is not playing today. There's every chance Nepal might have made a tactical decision to go with the extra batter. It has to be said, Apsari Begum, 22 of 16.
What
oh, that's
shot that
lofted
is.
down the ground yet again. And this could be another boundary. Yes, second boundary straight for Mariko Hill and third boundary in total for her innings. She's comfortably into double figures now, Mariko Hill. Hong Kong are on the charge. Apologies, that was actually Bella Poon with her first boundary in the innings.
Yeah, great shot. Positive intent is there. I love to see this early on in the power play.
That's the thing, she hit it so well, I just assumed it was Mariko. That's pushed into the offside. A useful dot ball for Nepal. They want to just claw things back a tad. And in the Hong Kong dugout, we can see Shanzeen Shahzad just receiving a couple of throwdowns. Mariam Bibi helping her out. Lemon Chung, she's got her eyes glued on this game. Bella Poon, she's looking at that gap between fine leg and mid wicket. There's nobody there at square leg. A 6-3 offside field. That's guided away straight to the fielder in the covers, a dot ball. Guided away, unable to find the gap, and no run. A good piece of fielding there. It looks like Indu Burma. A lot of high fives exchanged between those 3 infielders on the offside. The score is now 15, and we still have, I believe, a delivery or 2 left in this, the second over. Yup, last ball coming up. Subnam Rai. That's Fuller. Watchfully played there from Bella Poon. A useful dot ball to round off the over. It's 15 for no loss. Hong Kong after 2. Here we go. Close to 4,000 fans watching on the Crick Tracker YouTube channel. Spread the word, guys. This is a good contest with so much at stake. A reminder that whoever wins this game is likely to avoid facing the UAE in that semi-final. And of course, it's the 2 winning semi-finalists who will go through to the Asia Cup. It's been smooth sailing for Hong Kong so far, but their day might just get a lot harder with the introduction of left arm spinner Sita Rana Magar. Here we go, Sita, coming off a title-winning Fair Break Invitational campaign, bowling to Mariko Hill. Down the leg side, and it's a wide to kick things off. Seth, I gotta say, this is probably the contest of the day.
Yeah, definitely. The Nepali spinner is probably one of the best bowlers in the tournament as well.
Arguably Nepal's best bowler versus Hong Kong's premier batter. That's hit down the ground. And easy work there for Rubina Chaitri, who cuts that off. Hong Kong, of course, chasing a total of 110. They're not going to be too happy with that. They were in the driver's seat for the vast majority of that first innings. Apsari Begum and Rubina Chaitri stepping on the gas towards the end.
Great
Getting
shot.
Nepal up to 109. Look at that. Bella Poon with her second boundary. Both Hong Kong openers are really well set. The Hong Kong score now moving on to 21. And we still have a few deliveries left in the third over. Early pressure on Sita Rana Magar. Early pressure on Nepal.
Yeah, Bella Poon seems to be a really strong straight down the ground. It's not the first time I've seen her hit the ball straight over the bowler's head for boundaries.
That's been a hot zone for Hong Kong. 3 boundaries coming over the head of the bowler today. Down the leg side, a very optimistic appeal by the keeper there. Umpires unmoved and getting a little bit of exercise. Hong Kong getting a bonus run. Kajal Shrestha there behind the sticks. Sita Rana Magar. There we go, punched off the back foot. She'll only get a single, Kabita Kunwar. Look at that, another strong throw from the deep. There's one thing that's so impressive about associate cricket in the Asian region. So many teams with multiple fielders who have strong arms from the deep. That's swept away in front of square on the leg side. And another boundary for Mariko Hill, another boundary for Hong Kong. That score now moving on to 26. Things not looking good for Nepal at all. Hong Kong, of course, with their noses in front. At the start of the innings, it was relatively close to 50-50. But, Saif, who are you backing right now in this contest?
Yeah, I mean, definitely Hong Kong is in the driver's seat now. And that's another great shot from Mariko Hill. She's just so confident and very positive. I'd love to see that in the power play as well.
Sadly, Sita Rana Magar not quite bowling to her field. She's got a backward point and a third man that's rather square, pretty close to each other. In fact, that's a backward point, a gully, and a squarish third man. And just as I say that, we're going to see a change in the field. That third man is going to move to a fine leg, and then there you go. Perhaps that's just an effect that Mariko Hill has on the opposition. Another sweep shot, finer this time. Work to do for the fielder. Does pretty well. Just a single there for Mariko Hill.
Yeah, as I said in the previous game as well, power play is really important, especially when you're chasing. And Hong Kong is just showing us how to go about it when you're chasing a low target on the board.
82 runs needed now. Oh, that's given. Sita Rana Magar picks up an all-important first wicket for Nepal. They really needed that. It's Bella Poon walking back to the dugout on this occasion. So a glimmer of hope here for Nepal, an opening for them. And just as we say that, I see Tash Miles putting on her gloves, striding out to the middle. Bella Poon, she's not going to be happy walking back to the dugout, but she's done a decent job. She's gotten Hong Kong off to a flyer with a pair of boundaries. Mariko Hill, of course, with 3 boundaries herself. And there you go, boundaries. It's been the name of the game so far for Hong Kong in the first half of the power play. They're 28 for 1 after 3. They need 82 of 102 deliveries. Peter Thapa, that's a fantastic joke. Hill is chill now. Mate, I am such a huge fan of cricket puns. You are my favorite YouTube user right now. There you go, Suraj Thapa. Mariko Hill plays in English domestic leagues. Yes, you're right. Regional leagues, to be specific, for the Northern Diamonds, where she played alongside the likes of Lee Kasperick, Lindsay Smith, Katie Levick. Big names there. Mariko Hill, still only 26 years old. Of course, age is just a number, but even if it wasn't, she still has time on her side. She's got plenty of time in this contest as well. 102 balls remaining. to knock off the 82 runs they need for a big, big, big victory.
Yeah, I'd like to see them not change their intent, just still go full positive in mode. Try and get those boundaries as often as possible. Maximize the power play. And judging by that shot by Mariko Hill, I think she's not going to stop her game.
And a reminder that Tash Miles, perhaps she has a bit of a wound against Subnam Rai. Subnam Rai dismissing her off a fantastic delivery at last year's Asia qualifier. That's nudged into the offside backward point. Apologies. Indu Barma in the gully region runs around and cuts that off. Tash Miles, of course, dismissed of a vicious in-dipper from Subnam Rai, one of the deliveries of the tournament. That dismissal really giving Nepal a massive chance of winning that game against Hong Kong. But Hong Kong, of course, emerging victorious courtesy player of the match, Mariko Hill on that occasion. And Mariko Hill making an early claim for player of the match honors in this game as well. A really good performance with the ball. She started like a firecracker with the bat. 3 boundaries so far in her 14-run knock.
Shot. Great shot.
Look at that. Look at that. Pierces the gap. No fielder had a chance whatsoever. Second boundary through the covers for Mariko. 4th boundary in total. Hong Kong score now rockets on to 32 for 1. And it looks like Subnam Rai is not done with this over yet. She's going to have to keep bowling to the imposing presence of Mariko Hill. Mariko now looking leg side, trying to figure out what other gaps can I find? Where else can I get a boundary? There are 3 fielders on the leg side right now. There's a mid-wicket, a fine leg, and a wideish long on in the circle. If Mariko wants to go over the bowler's head, that's certainly an option. That's smashed, and it's misfielded twice by both fielders there. That's very, very loose from Nepal. 36 for 1 Hong Kong after 4 overs.
What a player. What a player Mariko Hill is. Back-to-back cover drives. Great intent being shown. Is just a masterclass on how to go about it. Go about chasing a low total. There's no other better way to do it. Playing positive cricket is the best way.
Mariko Hill, an absolute veteran of Hong Kong cricket. A career that spans longer than a decade. Goes back, rather. More than a decade. It's interesting when you say that, right? A veteran of Hong Kong cricket. She's only 26. Oh, there we go. Subnam Rai getting that inside edge, but Mariko Hill survives.
Yeah, that was very streaky. Could have easily chopped that back onto the stumps.
And that's actually very similar to the ball that dismissed Tash Miles at the Asia qualifier. It was almost a sense of deja vu, but not quite. Gotta give credit where credit is due. A good comeback there from Subnam Rai. Nonetheless, she's conceded 2 boundaries in that over. We're now about to enter the 5th over. Hong Kong going at exactly 9 runs and over. They have 36 on the board. They just lost Bella Poon. And I don't know why you would take Sita Rana Magar out of the attack.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a shocker as well. New batsman is in. That's kind of an interesting call.
The only thing I can think of is perhaps she's saving Sita Rana Magar for Carrie Chan. I'm not sure if Rubina Chaitri has noticed those rough patches we're talking about outside the left-handers off stump. Bowling from this end. There we go, a wide delivery to kick things off in this over. Tash Miles yet to get off the mark and yet to face a legal delivery.
Yeah, Kavita Kunwar has a bit of pace and a bit skiddy. So Tash Miles has to be wary of that.
You have to say, a huge early advantage for Hong Kong in this contest, in this run chase. I beg your pardon. Here we go. Kavita Kunwar, right on the money. You're going to need a lot more of that. In fact, I honestly believe that Nepal need wickets and they need them right now. Saif, how do Nepal dismiss this opening combination? Apologies, this third wicket, the second wicket partnership. What is wrong with me?
I think Kavita Kunwar is doing a good job by attacking the stumps, and yeah, she's not going to get a wicket of Mariko Hill by bowling outside the off stump, I believe. And definitely Rubina Chaitri. Who's the left arm? Okay. Yeah, I think she'll have a role to play as well. They needed to break this partnership, get Hong Kong's middle order back.
Here we go, Kavita Kunwar.
Great shot. Single.
Through the offside, Tash Miles, she's off the mark. Very important for Hong Kong. That number 3 batter, just getting bat on ball, getting rid of those nerves of Tad, getting off the mark. 2 runs off the over so far, including that single you just saw and a wide delivery. Hong Kong have plenty of time to play with. They need 72 runs for victory. Still another 15 overs left after this one. Kavita Kunwar looking for a wicket. That's too short. Mariko Hill with so much time rocks back onto the back foot and puts it away to that square leg region on the leg side. Yet another boundary for the powerful right-hander.
Yep, that's a long fetch for the short fine fielder to go quite a distance to get that ball back. Mariko Hill absolutely smashed it.
Absolutely, the sun now beginning to return to the Kinrara Oval. Perhaps a sign that Hong Kong are just on top here. Clear skies and perhaps a clear path to victory for Hong Kong as well. That equation shrinking with every passing over. Nepal, of course, it's not like they're out of the tournament. They're still incredibly strong contenders to get into that semi-final, but the problem for Nepal is there's every chance they're going to face the UAE. And beating the UAE? Saif, how do you beat the UAE?
It's very difficult. What a shot.
Good stuff there by Sita Ranamagar in the cover region. And well timed as well by Mariko Hill.
Such an elegant player. Such an elegant player.
Mate, you hit the nail on the head. Those 2 cover drives earlier in the innings, my word. The one to get off the mark through extra cover.
Yeah.
God. It just looked like an extension of that forward defense. Gosh darn it, when Mariko hits that ball, it stays hit. Here we go, Kavita Kunwar. That's full. That's much better. A good way to close out that over from Kavita Kunwar. 42 for 1, Hong Kong, after 5. So Hong Kong, they need 68 to win off 90 balls with 9 wickets remaining. Needless to say, Nepal, they need wickets and they need them right now. There we go. Tash Miles just surveying the field. Backward point. Apologies, Gully. Just moving a little bit squarer. Subnam Rai at third man. Rubina Chaitri in the ring. Here we go. Tash Miles versus Sita Ranamagar. But like we were talking about just a couple of minutes ago, I'm not quite sure why you would take Sita Ranamagar out of the attack. You need wickets right now. She was bowling so well. You take a wicket in your first over. You want to bowl that second over.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see how Natasha Miles takes on Sitarana Magar.
That's a big appeal yet again. It looked like Tash Miles just a little too far down that wicket, that umpire not wanting to commit to that LBW. Still so much further for that ball to go. Here we go, Sitarana Magar. That's really good. A good piece of fielding. She's keeping it tight in the final over of the power play. Just helping Nepal drag things back a tad. We have a mid-on in the circle. A long off out on the boundary. Sitarana Magar. There we go. Yet again. 3 consecutive dot balls. Sitarana Magar. Nepal's fate might just hang in the hands of Sitarana Magar. Make that 4 dot balls in a row. Pressure on Tash Miles.
Yeah, I mean, I think she can afford to play out this over. I think they've done really well so far in this power play already.
Mate, I think you're 100% right. Now the 2 batters just having a mid-pitch conference, Tash Miles and Mariko Hill. That's also the end of the power play, so 42 for 1 Hong Kong after 6 overs. So important that. A maiden over off the 6th over, so Hong Kong still requires 68 runs. They have 14 overs left, so it should be easy enough. The important thing for Hong Kong is Tash Miles has survived that over. She's still there. She's at the non-striker's end, along with the well-set Mariko Hill. An arm ball that's pushed to Sitarana Magar, a dot ball. And just a mini opening here for Nepal, stringing together a procession of dot balls. Once again, that's just been worked away into the leg side. Just a single. Hong Kong's dugout, not too vociferous. Nepal's fielders as well. A little bit quiet. The main thing is there's a lot of tension here at the Kinrara Oval. That has a lot to do with the high stakes in this match. The winner of this game will likely avoid the Chaya Mughal-led UAE. You do not want to face UAE in that semi-final. The semi-finals, of course, coming up on the 24th of July. So we have another game day tomorrow, a rest day on the 23rd, which I believe is a Thursday. And then we're back in action on Friday and Saturday. That's pushed into the cover region. An easy single for Tash Miles. Rubina Chaitri giving her side such a good chance with the bat in the first innings. That's turned away. Intelligent batting here from Mariko Hill. And that's something we saw from Mariko Hill in the final of that Fairbreak Invitational. Put on a 92-run stand with Marazan Cup, bringing the Falcons back into that game, giving them a good shot of winning the semi-finals. Unfortunately, they weren't quite able to cross the line. There you go, down to long on. Indu Burma cleans up. 4 runs off the over so far, 4 singles. That's pretty much exactly what Hong Kong need. They needed less than 5 runs and over heading into this over. That's squeezed away into the offside. Work to do for the fielder at deep cover. She does well, Hong Kong. They don't need to take risks, and they don't take a risk on this occasion. 63 to win of 78 deliveries, 9 wickets in hand for Hong Kong. There we go, 5,200 people watching on YouTube. Nepali fans not giving up here. We have a lot of neutral spectators as well. Hong Kong fans, if you're listening in, I want to see you hit that comment section. Let us know that you are watching from Hong Kong. Represent your hood, as they say. Rep your hood. That's what the youngsters say these days, I believe. I don't know, I'm not young. That's pushed into the offside for a single.
Great shot. Beautifully driven. Will be a boundary. Pierce that gap beautifully.
And the fielder just diving over that as well. If you're Nepal, you gotta stop all these tough chances. It's not even about being critical. It's just about what's required at this point. And it's Indu Burma as well. She sets such high standards for herself in the field. I have to say, just a great piece of timing there from Tash Miles. And that's cut away this time, square on the offside. Work to do for that fielder at deep cover. She does well. A good piece of fielding there on the boundary. It looks like Mamta Chaudhary.
Definitely 2 runs there. I think they could have easily made it.
Yeah, this is really good stuff from Tash Miles.
What a shot that is from Mariko
on this occasion. Swept it in front of square on the leg side. She picks up yet another 4 in a boundary-laden knock.
That is a great shot. I don't think the viewers understand that. That's not an easy shot to play. Facing a left-arm spinner. Slog sweeping them over mid-wicket is not an easy shot to play, and that is brilliant from Mariko Hill.
My word, Mariko Hill, her confidence is sky high at this point. That's pushed into the offside. Her judgment, her running between the wickets, absolutely spot on. She had a really good day with the ball as well. And I have to say, Mariko Hill, the clear front runner for player of the match. Swept yet again, and it might just be another boundary. Work to do in the deep. The fielder will not get around to that. So 4 to close things out behind square on the leg side. 2 boundaries in the over for Mariko Hill. 1 boundary for Tash Miles. 3 boundaries in total for Hong Kong. 2 boundaries. Yeah. So we're 8 overs into this chase. And it's 61 after 8 overs for Hong Kong. They require 49 runs to win in 12 overs at just a tad over 4 runs and over.
Yeah, I mean, this is turning out to be one of the greatest knocks by an associate woman that I have ever seen personally. So much of control, so much of class written all over it, and can't ask for anything better from Mariko Hill.
I'd be interested to punch the numbers after this game and try to figure out how good Mariko Hill has been in chases for Hong Kong of late. That's a good delivery there from Rubina Chaitri. The energy just dipping for Nepal. You get a sense that if Hong Kong can keep Nepal's bowlers out for the next couple of overs, it's just going to be formalities. Some would argue it already is. Perhaps this result is just a foregone conclusion. On the other hand, I've seen some strange things happen. You never know. But Nepal need a wicket, and they need a wicket right now. Rubina Chaitri, the captain, can she deliver? Ooh, that's a good piece of bowling. That one just sliding on with the arm. Rubina Chaitri, such a competitor, rescued her team against Kuwait, rescued her team today against Hong Kong. You have to argue perhaps Nepal's highest impact player in this tournament thus far. Once again, going past that outside edge, doing nothing fancy. She's been one of Nepal's best bowlers and best batters throughout this tournament. Nepal have won 3 out of 3, and it looks like Hong Kong are about to hand them their first defeat of the tournament. Rubina Chaitri, can she stop this? That's guided away down to short third man. Ooh, a proper collection there by Subnam Rai would have had the batters in trouble. Instead, Tash Miles will get back for that second run. Mariko Hill, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, she moves on to 40 now of 26 deliveries. And that's the end of the over as well. Bit of thunder can be heard in the vast.
Saif, I am no DLS expert, but I have a feeling Hong Kong are ahead on the DLS.
Yeah, I mean, no surprise. I think the DLS is 47.
Oh, mate, you're just on top of things, aren't you? Fantastic. DLS total is on the scoreboard as we speak. So Hong Kong is 17 runs ahead of that DLS total. Look at that. Fantastic work by the scorers at the ground. They know exactly what this DLS total is. The Malaysian Cricket Association, hyper organized. You love to see it when you're hosting a tournament like this. Indu Burma into the attack. That's worked away on the leg side. Hong Kong, they do not need to risk that single. And they know that. Single turned down.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see that in the comment section, even the Nepali fans are appreciating that this has been a special knock by Mariko Hill. I love to see that in the spirit of the game.
Driven straight back to the bowler. That's a great thing about Nepal fans. So passionate about the game. And the overwhelming majority of Nepal fans so respectful of the opposition as well. I've seen opposition players, after playing absolute blinders at the TU ground in Nepal, being clapped off, being cheered off. Nepal fans want to take selfies with players like that as well.
Yeah, I definitely can't forget the amount of love I used to receive from Nepali fan base as well when I used to open the batting at Sagar Pun for my state team.
Absolutely. Saif Ullah Malik, Malaysian men's player.
Great
so
shot.
So much experience in the comm box in the form of Saif. So much experience in the middle in the form of Mariko Hill and Tash Miles. Another boundary cut away by Mariko Hill. Mariko's so strong on that cut shot. That's what makes her such a top player. She's severe on anything short, both sides of the wicket, so quick onto that front foot as well. And Saif, we've seen an absolute gallery, an absolute exhibition of stroke play here from Mariko Hill. I'm not throwing that word around lightly.
Definitely.
We've seen sweep shots, we've seen pull shots, we've seen cuts, we've seen shots above the bowler's head, and we've seen the most elegant, well-timed cover drives. There's not a single part of this field that Mariko Hill has not peppered today. She scored all around the wicket.
Yeah, I mean, she's a complete player. I think she's very strong on the offside. If there's one area where I think bowlers could attack her, it's probably in the pads. I don't really see her playing the flick shot one too often, but she has enough shots to score runs.
Oh, it's down the leg side. It's a wide delivery. That's turned away on the leg side. A very simple single from Mariko Hill.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons it's possible that Mariko Hill struggles a little bit on the pads is because her bat comes from such a straight angle, and that results in her cover drives being exceptional and being very strong straight down the wicket, especially with the cut shots and pull shots and stuff like that. But flick would be a difficulty when you don't have that angle slightly towards first slip. If you see in international cricket, especially in men's cricket, majority of the batsmen will have that sort of angle towards first slip, second slip.
And that open stance as well.
And that open stance as well.
There's something very aesthetically pleasing, though, about that square-on stance that Mariko has.
Oh yeah, definitely. It looks really good. But I think if you just keep training and trying to resolve these issues, naturally your body will somehow find a way to flick those. If you see people like Graham Smith used to have a very, very prominent side-on sort of stance. People like Jason Roy as well.
Mate, I swear, commentating with you, it's an education.
No.
Both you and Mr. D.D. Mogan. Malaysia all-rounder, fast bowler, and heavy hitter. Mr. I'm gonna hit you over cow corner, D.D. Mogan, with that 50 in the MCA T20 Super Series back in 2020.
Yeah, it's a very good friend of mine, and it's probably one of the funniest guys I've ever met as well.
It's weird, he didn't crack too many jokes around me. I have to say, another thing about D.D. Mogan, he has some fantastic facial hair.
Oh yeah.
How long does he spend on that facial hair? I hope he's listening. Hope he's listening to us take the mickey out of it.
Definitely has the Korean modeling.
The score now for Hong Kong, 71. And they've only lost 1 wicket. 39 needed for victory off 60 deliveries. Looks like we have a change in bowling. Off spinner Sangeeta Rai into the attack. She's got an absolute mountain to climb here, bowling to the imposing Mariko Hill, who's batting on 45 off 31. Tash Miles at the other end, 10 off 19. Here we go, Mariko. Swept away on the full. Oh, that's taken in the deep. Deep mid-wicket has given Nepal a bit of hope in this contest. Mariko Hill, she absolutely nailed that, unfortunately. Finding deep mid-wicket, it looks like Mamta Chaudhary with that all-important catch. 39 off 59. But Hong Kong still have 8 wickets in hand.
That's the end of an absolutely brilliant innings. Took a remarkable effort in the field as well to have gone hold of that. But yet again, I mean, 45 runs of 32 deliveries, setting up almost a match-winning performance already, Mariko Hill. It's a shame that she hasn't got into a 50. I think she definitely deserved it. But nonetheless,
Mariko Hill walking back to the dugout with her head bowed down. I think she should put her chin up. That was a fantastic knock, breaking the back of this run chase, putting Nepal on the back foot. Carrie Chan, Hong Kong skipper, the left-hander, walks to the crease. A big feature of Carrie Chan's batting is that low dot ball percentage. She's so good at rotating the strike and minimizing dot balls. The batters, however, they've crossed. So it's Tash Miles batting on 10. She's on strike. Sangeeta Rai taking a wicket off her very first delivery serve. Do Nepal have a chance?
I mean, they'll definitely have a bit of belief now back in the camp. If they can take another couple of wickets in quick succession, that would help the cause. But I think still Hong Kong's in the driver's seat, if you ask me.
Absolutely. And getting the calm head of Carrie Chan out there at number 4, where she usually bats. She's basically the perfect person to come in this situation for Hong Kong. I can't think of too many batters in this tournament I'd rather have walking in this situation other than Carrie Chan. She's looking leg side. Interestingly, it's a 5-4 leg side field for the off spinner. Three fielders on the leg side on the boundary. That is down the leg side. Oh no, the umpire getting some exercise. Hong Kong getting a bonus run.
Yeah, definitely not going to help the cause. And another extra for Nepal.
There's still hope for Nepal. A big wicket of Mariko Hill. Could this be another wicket? Oh, that has been put down there by the fielder at long off. And Carrie Chan gets back for a second run. You had to take that catch, Nepal. And oh my God, had that catch been taken, it could have been a huge turning point for Nepal.
Yeah, it could have been the catch of the tournament as well. I mean, that's a good effort, I believe, in the field. Just couldn't stick to those hands.
And Apsari Begum, one of Nepal's finest fielders. She's so good on the boundary. Played a knock of 22 off 16 unbeaten. That's been guided down to third man. A quick single. Good calling there from Tash Miles. Makes it in easily. But that's what I like about this Hong Kong top four. Great understanding between Tash Miles, Carrie Chan and Mariko Hill. It's a feature of any partnership that any of these three are involved in. You'll always get strong running between the wickets, early calling, and you'll rarely ever get runouts. Here we go. Off spinner Sangeeta Rai has been driven down to long off. Rubina Chaitri does well to cut it off, and it's just a single. We see Hong Kong Vice Captain Yas Daswani just warming up outside that dugout for Hong Kong. Hong Kong will be hoping they don't even need her. Here we go, Sangeeta Rai. Ooh. Oh yeah, delayed call by the umpire. Not for the first time we've seen a delayed call in this tournament. I was about to say Nepal lucky to get away with that, but nope, not quite. Hong Kong continue to accumulate runs. Full toss. Oh, another catching chance. Goes through the hands of the bowler and down the ground for a valuable boundary. Carrie Chan with her first boundary of the innings.
Yeah, she hit that well, but it could have stuck to the hands of the bowler as well. I think it went through her hands. And catches win matches is not a term that wasn't made for fun. I mean, it's has a lot of truth in it.
Absolutely, 2 catches going down in that over, both tough chances. But Nepal had to take at least one of those 2 chances. As you can see, the score now 82 for 1 after 11 overs.
28 runs needed to win now in 9 overs.
11 runs off that over, I believe, if my math is any good. Here we go. Indu Barma drops it in short. That is cut away just in front of square on the offside. An easy single to deep square. Apologies, deep cover. No, it is deep square.
Yep.
There you go. That black curtain just blocking my view once again. But I'm just being nitpicky. It's a fantastic view we have here from the commentary box. A view of the beautiful greenery, the foliage, this landscape at the Kinrara Oval. This, of course, the last tournament that will be played at the iconic Kinrara Oval. The final on the 25th will be the very last match here. Oh, she's juggled that and put it down. Kajal Shrestha, you've got to take catches like that. 3 drop catches for Nepal in the last 7 deliveries. Nepal, you have to take these catches. Carrie Chan has been put down 3 times, living a charmed life.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums up the day for Nepal. It's been that sort of day for them. Just can't get a hang of things, both literally and metaphorically.
It's been clinical, this from Hong Kong. You get the sense now. The result is a foregone conclusion. We've entered formalities in this innings. You never know. You can't get too comfortable if you're a Hong Kong fan or you're in the dugout. Carrie Chan. That's a big appeal. That's a big appeal. The umpire's not interested.
That's close.
Seth, you're right. That was incredibly close. Was it pitching outside leg? Here we go. Indu Barma, yet again to Carrie Chan, fires it in. Fast to 1, good stuff. Rubina Chaitri cutting that off at cover. Fired in yet again, tries to guide that away. Will beat backward point on this occasion. A good piece of fielding there. Bindu Rawal doing the fielding on that occasion. Played a really good knock, the left-hander opening the innings. Ganesh KC says out for that LBW. Saif, do you agree?
Yeah, I think it was definitely very close. I think maybe the pitch could be umpire's call. I think that's the only thing that could have saved Mary Chan. Yeah, Carrie Chan, sorry.
Rubina Chaitri into the attack from over the wicket. So a change in bowling. The captain wants to bring herself into the attack. Carrie Chan, you gotta say, living a bit of a charmed life, has already been dropped 3 times. Survived a close LBW shout, not a howler from the umpire, you have to say. It was touch and go. That's over the infield on the offside. A good piece of fielding there. Mamta Chaudhary in the deep keeps it down to a single.
Tulpani Kanji, hello to you too. So Rubina Chaitri needs to take a wicket somehow. It's well driven from Tasha Miles. Well played, really well played. And that's great running as well. This is what I like to see. I like to see some positive intent, positive running. That's exactly what is being demonstrated by Natasha Miles. Well played. From the confused Mohala, thank you very much. That's beautifully played from Natasha Miles. Drives it straight down for a single. To Rohan Prasad, this is an international match. It's an international women's T20. That's well played again from Carrie Chan. Yeah, they're going away nicely now, the Hong Kong women. You can definitely hear some thunder out there in Kinrara Oval. I don't think rain would disrupt this game, considering Hong Kong just require another 21 runs in 7 overs. That's a good shot from Carrie Chan. Could be a chance in the outfield. Dropped. Yet another drop catch. And yet another life for Kerry Chan.
Carrie Chan should definitely buy a lottery ticket tonight. 4 drop catches in Carrie Chan's innings. She's only faced the 11 deliveries. Oh. But like you said, kind of just sums up Nepal's day with the ball. Powerless in the face of an assault from Mariko Hill that's hit in front of square on the leg side. Work to do for the fielder in the deep. She comes around and it's just going to be a single. Blazer Gamer says 4 drops. So sad. And you hit the nail on the head there, Blazer Gamer. You can't afford to drop one of the opposition's best player. And if you do it 4 times, it's even more criminal. And just as we say that, that's hit through extra cover for an easy single. Tash Miles, you gotta give her credit. She knows she has to do nothing special whatsoever, just hanging in there and trying to finish this game off along with Captain Carrie Chan. She doesn't want to leave any work for the middle order. That's pulled away in front of square, and it's going to be a 1 bounce 4 for Carrie Chan. The Hong Kong skipper, like we said, that low dot ball percentage, very, very hard to contain. She moves on to 17, and Hong Kong's score edging closer and closer to that target of 110. Saurav Rao says, commentators, you are doing a great job. Thank you so much, Saurav. My name is Jay Dansinghani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansinghani. And of course, follow the Malaysian Cricket Association, the Asian Cricket Council. Follow Crick Tracker as well, all across social media. All these organizations doing great work throughout the tournament. So much entertainment in the last couple of days. She's not going to get away with this one, Carrie Chan. Outstumped. A good piece of work there by Kajal Shrestha, making up for that drop catch earlier in the innings.
Yeah, definitely, but the damage has been done by Carrie Chan.
Yes, absolutely. Hong Kong, they're 3 wickets down now. But like you said, damage has been done. It's a little too late. And in a way for Hong Kong, this is almost a good thing. It gives Shanzeen Shehzad walking in at number 5 a little bit of game time and practice out in the middle. Hong Kong, they've been so proficient throughout this tournament. The middle order perhaps slightly untested, with the exception of that game against Bhutan. But you want your middle order to get as much time in the middle as possible. So Shanzeen Shehzad walking in at number 5. She's going to want a nice little red inker. A nice little not out, unbeaten innings.
Yeah, definitely. I think what Nepal can work on is definitely all these little unforced errors. The plenty runouts that they have given cheap wickets. As well as the plenty of drop catches in the field as well.
It's a 5-4 leg side field. So the plan here from Nepal will be simple. Bowl straight, don't give Shanzeen Shehzad, the new batter at the crease, anything to work with. The fielders on the offside are on the heels of that circle. There we go, easy single on offer. Good start here from Shanzeen Shehzad, not complicating things. Just keeping it simple. We spoke of that, large gaps, easy singles available on the offside. Shanzeen, she's gonna keep the strike, I beg your pardon. The No GL says, instead of watching without commentary, it's better to have commentary. Can I get your names? Hey, I'll say it again. The name's Jay Dansinghani. You can find me on Twitter at Jay Dansinghani. I keep it simple, mate. I just use my name as my Twitter handle. But the other commentator is Malaysia men's player, Saifullah Malik, who's played with a lot of Nepalese men's cricketers as well. So Saifullah, I sure hope you go on to have a fruitful career for Malaysia.
Hopefully, Jay. Thank you very much. That's a good, well played for a single. Shazreen Shehzad.
Mate, I gotta say, if your cricketing prowess is even half as good as your personality, you're gonna be a very good player. Look at that, Seth going red in the face, as red as Hong Kong's jersey, who are currently in the box seat. Tash Miles on strike.
That's well played.
Full
Beautiful.
toss.
It's a gift from the Nepali bowler, Sangeeta Rai. I beg your pardon, it's Rubina Chaitri, the skipper.
You can hear that call to prayer, the azan, ringing across the Kinrara Oval. We have a mosque very, very close by. I say, I just love the sound of that azan. Adds so much atmosphere and so much color to this iconic venue. "103 for 3 now, Hong Kong. 7 runs needed. The countdown has begun. Through the offside, Kabita Kunwar at long off cuts it off. Just 6 runs needed now for Hong Kong. But this would be Hong Kong's 2nd consecutive victory against Nepal. They beat them last year at the ICC T20 World Cup Asia qualifier played in Dubai. I had the pleasure of commentating on that game. That's probably why my voice sounds familiar to a lot of you. Cut away. Oh, a bit of a misfield there by backward point. Mamta Chaudhary, she's been decent in the field today.
Yeah, you can just sense that the Nepali players are now a bit dejected. Body language is down. Can't blame them really. I mean, you could, but the situation at hand, you don't expect them to be jumping for joy.
That's on the pads, and it goes down to fine leg for a rare dot ball. It's the end of the over after 15. It's 105 for 3. Hong Kong, they need 5 runs to win off 30 balls. Here we go. 5 to win. Tash Miles on strike. Hong Kong 1 big hit away from victory. Sabnam Rai. That's full, wide, unable to put that away.
Yeah, 4 runs required now. I think Tash Miles wouldn't be looking to go for a big hit. Just play merit cricket and just see this game through.
That's guided away down to short third man. Consecutive dots for Nepal. You have to say just a little too late here from Nepal, stringing together a couple of dot balls and then a couple more. 5 runs needed for Hong Kong. They have 7 wickets in hand. This game, sadly for Nepal fans, is a foregone conclusion. And they're going to scamper through for a single. The call from the umpire is, well, hey, no signal. Tash Miles, she picks up another useful run. A run that will be very useful for her statistics. Shanzeen Shehzad batting on an unbeaten 3 off 4. She's looking leg side. It's a 5-4 offside field right now. Nepal's fielders looking understandably dejected. That's down to long off, another easy single.
Yeah, now 2 runs just required now. Definitely going to bring the field in now. As we can see, the mid-off has come in, mid-on as well.
I think it actually might be 3 runs required. Nonetheless,
What a shot.
there we go. Doesn't matter. Tash Miles finishes it off. Takes that ball over mid-on for a boundary. Easy win for Hong Kong by 7 wickets with more than 4 overs to spare. Saifullah Malik, that was very convincing from Hong Kong.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an exceptional performance from them. With the bat and the ball and the field as well. I think they just outclassed Nepal in all the 3 aspects of the game.
Mate, you hit the nail on the head. Hong Kong with a better bowling team. Mariko Hill got them off to an absolute flyer. Breaking the back of that chase. Tash Miles, so composed at the other end. Bella Poon, hey, you gotta give her credit, a pair of boundaries in her knock, contributing to a very, very strong power play from Hong Kong. Before Carrie Chan, she had a lot of luck, but even without that luck, Hong Kong, in all likelihood, would have emerged victorious just as they have right now at the Kinrara Oval. So we said it was going to be a close game. Not to be. Mariko Hill, you gotta believe, she's a front runner for player of the match. Handshakes being exchanged between these 2 teams. They know each other so well. And I have to say, personally, I love this Hong Kong versus Nepal rivalry, whether we're talking men's cricket or women's cricket. Rubina Chaitri, the skipper, she led from the front, she fought hard, but her innings was not enough. Upsari Begum, 22 of 16, her innings was not enough. Nepal unable to recover from those 4 early wickets. I'm one of your commentators for the day, Jay Danskahani. You know exactly where to find me on social media. It's been a pleasure being joined by Saifullah Malik. I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Mr. Saifullah Malik, who will sum up the rest of this game for you. I'm going to run down to the presentation ceremony. Join us for that in a couple of minutes.
As the bowling, we have Kavita Kunwar, who was pretty impressive with the amount of pace that she generated. She was none for 15. Indu Burma, none for 9. Siti Ranamaga, 1 for 27 in her 3 overs. And Sangeeta Rai, 2 for 20. So thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure to commentate with Jay Danasinghe in this beautiful game. And unfortunately for all our Nepalese fan base, we are sorry that your team hasn't pulled through the way you would have liked, but it's been a show from Hong Kong. It's been lovely to watch from here in the com box. Thank you very much, and we will see you tomorrow for what will be another crackerjack of a day ahead. So stay tuned and thank you.
Welcome to day 5 of the ACC Women's T20 Championship, I beg your pardon. A convincing victory for Hong Kong, chasing down Nepal's 109. We've got our match referee here, Ramesh Menon, who will be presenting the Player of the Match trophy. But first, I want to invite up the captain who finished second, Nepal's Rubina Chaitri. If you could join me up here. Rubina, commiserations on your loss today. At the halfway mark when you had 109, did you feel those were enough runs to defend?
Definitely not, because on this batting wicket we definitely have to score 120, 125 plus. So we were short of, I think, 20-25 runs. So it was not enough.
What could you have done better in this game to perhaps challenge Hong Kong a little more and even win the contest?
Actually, first of all, congratulations to Hong Kong, as they have done well in all the departments and taught us how to actually present ourselves on the field. And definitely we will try to learn whatever we have faced on this match and whatever we can rectify ourselves in our next match. And this is like in tough match, whatever you present yourself, the character you show, you will get the benefit out of it. So we could not show the good character and we lost the match.
I'm not going to keep you too long, Rubina. Thank you for joining me up here.
Thank you.
I'd now like to speak to the winning captain, Hong Kong's Carrie Chan. Carrie, a convincing victory. What do you make of the team's performance today?
I think when we start the fielding, we do so well. Like we squeeze it, we give the pressure to the batters, and then we get the make batters out, and then the bowler do their job. And also like when in second inning, like Morocco doing so well, like also Bella have a very good power play. After that, like Tash built a very good partnership with Morocco. So like, yeah, it's good.
Absolutely. You actually answered my next question, so I'm going to have to think of a new one. And that question is, towards the end of the innings, Nepal just perhaps getting away a little bit from you. Do you think that was down to bad luck, or like what's your assessment of your death overs bowling?
I think just like part of cricket is something, it will happen sometimes. That's why we love this game. So yeah.
Absolutely. Congratulations on the victory, Carrie Chan.
Thank you.
And now we're going to read out the nominees for Player of the Match. Firstly, Tash Miles for 28 off 34. From Nepal, Rubina Chaitri, the captain, scoring 32. And of course from Hong Kong, Mariko Hill, another contender for Player of the Match, 45 off 32 and a tight spell with the ball. There could of course only be one winner, and that winner was a clear favorite, Mariko Hill. If you could join me up here. Mariko, I'm running out of questions to ask you, but an absolutely brilliant display, especially with the bat. Was it a conscious effort to really attack that power play and break the back of that chase?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we knew that the rain might come, and we know with the bowling attack in Nepal, we had to have our game on since ball one. We've also got one more game ahead of us, and we never know what's going to happen with the rain, or obviously Kuwait's also a good opposition, so we need to get the net run rate a lot higher.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm kind of running out of questions. I don't want to keep you too long, so I'm going to let you join your team.
Oh, thanks.
So there you have it from the presentation ceremony, a convincing victory for Hong Kong on day 5 of the ACC Women's T20 Championship.